I wasn't really sure how we were going to start this, how we were going to begin this episode. Because, every now and then a story comes along and just won't let you go. And for me, living here in France, working in media, the Louvre Heist back in October is one of those stories. It felt too cinematic to be real. A quiet Sunday morning, the museum had just opened, and suddenly a small crew in high-vis jackets borrow a lift truck. They glide up to a balcony, they slip inside the Galerie d'Opwning, pocket 8 priceless pieces of the French crown jewels, and vanish on scooters through the streets of Paris. All done in less than 8 minutes. They only dropped one thing, the battered crown of Empress Eugenie. The rest, well, they're still out there somewhere. 3 months later, nothing's turned up. The gallery's still shut. The remaining treasures are locked away in the Bank of France. The 4 guys who carried out the raid are all in custody now, along with a couple of others. But the bigger questions, who planned it, who's holding the jewels, and why the museum was left so exposed, those are still hanging in the air. Our guest today is the perfect man for this trail. Veteran law enforcement officer and art crime specialist, Stéphane Théfo. I first met Stéphane back in 2012 when he was running the Crimes Against Art program at Interpol, coordinating global efforts to track stolen masterpieces. He's worked with police forces across the globe for over 40 years, tracking down stolen masterpieces that most people had written off for good, from high-profile museum thefts to looted antiquities. A former commandant in the French police, he spent years in the Culture Ministry's security department auditing hundreds of cultural sites, and later at Interpol building international cooperation against art trafficking. He's led recoveries worth millions, advised on black market networks, and even collaborated on cases like the Isabella Stewart Gardner investigation. In his downtime, Stéphane is a dedicated trail runner, tackling tough ultra trails that demand the same persistence, strategy, and endurance he brings to hunting lost treasures. Stéphane, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us as we kick off our 2026 program. And so I think we should begin with that fateful day when that stunning heist took place. Where were you and how did you discover what was going on?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. And in fact, nothing to add. I can leave now. Where I was, in fact, I am retired since the 1st of June. And I was at home, peacefully, quiet, and enjoying my new life. But as you say, on the 19th of October, the theft of the Louvre occurred, and I realized that my quiet life won't be so quiet anymore. And so the phone rang, and because curators and cultural institutions contact me to support them to improve their security.
And were you surprised?
Not really, because for many reasons, in fact. The first one is that the Louvre, you have to look backward.
Yeah.
And there were many thefts which occurred in the past, many, and so it's not new. Of course, the crown jewels it's not a small one, but they were very important, and the Joconde, for example,
the Joconde was
in 1911 by Vincente Perugia, and so I was not surprised, and I have to say that in fact it's not so easy to protect a museum like the Louvre, because it's an old monument, very big one. I think there are more than 14 kilometers of corridors, more than 500 rooms, it's a big boat, you know.
It's vast.
It's very vast, and above all, it was not at the beginning a site to exhibit masterpieces and sculptures and so on. It was a palais, and so it's why it's difficult, in fact.
Is it still the biggest museum in the world? Or is
yes, it's the biggest. Yes, it's the biggest one. And after there is maybe the L'Ermitage, Saint Petersburg, and a museum in China also. Okay. But Louvre is it's the biggest. Is more than 30,000
square meters
pieces exhibited. Yeah,
30,000.
30,000. Yes, that's right. And knowing that in fact there are more than 600,000 pieces, items in the reserve.
In the same building?
No.
He's not supposed to say it.
He hesitated before answering the question. It's all at his house now.
He's brought some with him today.
So I wasn't that very, to reply to you. No, I wasn't very surprised. And also because there were all other thefts in the past in a very known institution, the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna, for example, with the theft of the Salière of Benedetto Cellini, and which is a very big, very important, valuable masterpiece. And so it's not new. It's not new.
So how many times per year are there thefts at the Louvre, or how many times per decade? Even the thefts that we don't hear about in the newspaper, how often is there?
I think that one of the most known theft in the past was in 1976. If I remember well, with the theft of the sword of Charles X, and
it was a painting.
No, it was a sword.
An actual sword.
It was a sword.
Okay.
It was a sword. There was also a painting by Corot, Chemin de Sèvres.
Yeah, I know it well.
Yeah. And,
False. False.
And others also, yes. And so.
But is it often that it does happen?
No, it's not. No, and it's why it's a bit complicated, because as it's not often.
Yeah.
There is a kind of routine, and
you get used to
people,
it.
They forget that it can occur.
Yeah, of course.
And that's a problem, in fact. So for several years, nothing happened, and so the vigilance decreased.
Can you tell us, what happened in the subsequent days as both the security team but also the general public, came to terms with what had just happened?
No, in fact, after the theft, there was a kind of I don't know the word in English, but electroshock.
Yeah.
People were shocked by the theft, and they realized that their institutions were maybe were vulnerable to theft, and so I don't say that it's a kind of panic, but
still
a kind of consciousness.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Why are people shocked? I don't understand why someone would be shocked, because as far as I can see...
They were shocked because many people thought that, in fact, the Louvre was very well protected. Very well protected.
I think people have this expectation that they do have effective, well thought out security for every situation, right? And this is the general feeling.
Yes, because in fact there are some, for example, in the imagination of people, there were movies like Ocean 12 or
Thomas Crown
Haute Voltage, High Voltage,
Mission Impossible.
There are many of these films.
Yeah. Yes, and there are laser,
lasers,
laser ray.
Tom Cruise coming down from the ceiling.
Yes, and Sean Connery also.
Yeah.
and this morning I was on the chat chat GPT,
Yeah.
and I read something very unbelievable, incredible. Is that I take my phone to check, but something very. It was written that because I was looking for the previous theft in the Louvre, and it was written in the. Sorry, just to check so, that. Yes, here. So there were a list of previous theft, and they at the end of the list it is written today. Today, the Louvre is extremely well secured.
Yeah, of course.
And such thefts in the list are become quasi impossible to occur.
Yeah.
ChatGPT this morning.
Yeah, okay.
You understand there is a problem.
And ChatGPT is also, I think, 2 years, or there is 1 year delay between.
Yeah,
you know,
We
between
need to change your AI system.
Yeah, but
you need to get the paying version. You get up to date.
But now,
info.
even it's very interesting. It shows that in fact people think that it was impossible to have such a theft.
I mean, I thought it was impossible. I don't know for you, but it looks.
What was your
impossible.
reaction as a Frenchman?
I was very ashamed, to be honest, especially coming back from England when I saw the jewel of the
crown jewels.
The crown jewels.
In the Tower of London?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Tower
because
of London.
he spent a week in London, right?
I mean, it's overprotected. It's piece of glasses that thick, doors huge, and you're like, it's impossible to rob them. And it was disconcerting the way it occurs, and I'm still. I mean, it was a shame. It was a shame because in front of the world, immediately it was on the top news, number one news in the world. So it was pretty scary, also.
But we still have a working monarchy, right? So they are still in use, whereas obviously France.
And it's all
doesn't.
we've got left, as far as I can see. Yep. So you got to protect what you have left. But it's funny. I mean, the question of are people, why are people surprised? As far as I can see, when you talk about shame, my analysis of the situation is that the French reaction is the Louvre is more than just a museum. It's a representation of France to some degree. French people like to say, as you have said, Stéphane, that the Louvre is the biggest museum collection of art in the world. So, but in other words, we are the number one when it comes to art in the whole entire world. If you're looking for culture, come here. We are the number one. So if we can be attacked in such a way, or we can be alleviated of our patrimoine, of our historical artifacts, then it basically is saying that France is vulnerable. And I think the fact that people feel shame or this kind of thing is because the French feel a little bit like it's an attack on France. It's an internal attack on France, committed by people from France who all grew up basically 10 kilometers away from the museum, and they are locals. So this is even more shameful for French people. This is not people who've come from outside some other country where they trained for years to do this. It's people who basically, not are. Yes. They're not from Ocean's 11, are they?
It's like an inside job.
Yes, but you don't know who is behind them.
Yeah,
and it's why some people spoke about the possibility to in fact it was a geopolitical attack against France.
From who do you think?
I don't know.
No, but is there a common
we have many enemy?
What will be the most probable country who will be able to use Russia?
I'm not going to list our enemy, but yes, it's an option because we don't know who is behind. Maybe it could be I don't know. It could also be a ransom. I don't know.
But at the moment, we know that the jewels are missing.
Right?
We don't know who did it, but
you have to just to remember that in fact the recovery rates of stolen objects is very low, only a few stolen items are recovered, around 5%, 10% only. I spoke about. I was referring about the sword of Charles X. She never been recovered, and many.
Yeah.
So
the jewels are still missing.
yeah.
All of them?
All of them except for
There was one
dropped
dropped in the street or something.
Yeah,
like
yes.
that.
in his,
That's true. Yeah.
But what can you do with jewels like this? I mean, it's worldwidely known that it's stolen. Who can buy this? What can it be melted? Can it be?
Yes. It's
What can happen with it?
In fact, it's easier to sell them than a masterpiece. It's easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
but not as they exist. I understand that it's hard to sell
No.
as they currently exist.
They
have to be
will
dismantled, and
dismantle.
melted
Yes,
down to the raw materials, or
of course.
Then they're untraceable, aren't they?
Yes. So, but in fact, you're right. But it's easier than because there. It's so. For example, we had other the theft in the museum recently. Since you have golden items, it's easy to melt them and to take advantage of the theft and to.
Yeah, but no one's going to go rob the Louvre just for some gold because that's not worth enough. You know, you're never going to pinch enough gold to make it worth your while. It's the jewels, it's the actual diamonds.
stones.
It's the stones you're going to go for.
You're right.
It's the stones you're going to take out of the gold and then sell the stones, no? Isn't that what's valuable?
Yes, but maybe the theft was very well prepared and with the repérage, and so it makes the theft easy to operate. You know.
But when you do a theft like this, do you not already have someone you're selling to before you commit the theft?
Yeah.
You know what you're going to
It's
steal.
possible. Yes, it's possible.
It's an order. It might be an order.
Yes, it's
If
possible.
someone like.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
I want this for my wife. Can you? Yeah, please. Of course, I can. Just rob the
And
Louvre.
yes, and sometimes the thieves before committed the theft, they take pictures of the items and they propose the object, and if someone is interesting, so they will
They'll do that.
do the theft.
Yeah.
But in terms of what is housed at the Louvre, why did they target these specific jewels? Do we know that? Because you could, if it's just money that you're after, there's a whole host of things that you could go in and steal, presumably, right? So you're going after very specific jewels, and it seems at the same time, because they are the crown jewels of France, that you're sending a very specific message, as you say.
Yeah. And there was
Geopolitically.
another specific message is the fact to use a truck lift stolen from the Louvre.
This is the other
Yes, it's a
strange coincidence, no?
Well, it's a very strange coincidence. Yeah.
Well, I didn't understand that. What's that?
The forklift. Well, the forklift.
Yes,
it wasn't
was,
a forklift.
That thing that lifted them up and down.
To those who aren't aware of France, we see them a lot in Lyon. The streets are very narrow. A lot of these places where people live downtown don't have lifts. So what they use are these vans, as you saw, with these extending. What would you say?
Yeah, it's basically a removals machine.
And they go up
which
through the window, but you see
put
them everywhere.
Something heavy in it, and it instead of going up the stairwell in your house, you put it, and it would take it up to your window on the second floor.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon
what's
to
it-
see those, right?
No, it's very common.
Very
to see
common.
that.
Very common to see.
But what's the relevance of that compared to the Louvre?
Because the elevator, the
elevator was from the Louvre.
was stolen in the town called the Louvre. Louvre, not the Louvre. Louvre.
Oh, I see. So the forklift,
Yeah, it was stolen
yes,
from
in the suburbs of Paris.
right,
a small suburb called the
called
Louvre.
Le Louvre. I see.
Yeah.
So either that was a joke or a coincidence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
I'm going to go for the former because these types of people typically have a sense of humor.
I don't think they do.
They
I
must
don't think they do.
Of course
No.
they do. I mean, to pull off something like that, you got to be a bit cool. And if you're cool, you're probably funny. At least one of the 3 or 4 is going to be funny. And they're like, why don't we pinch a forklift from the Louvre to do the Louvre? I mean, that sounds to me like a great idea.
Yeah.
And funny.
People will make podcasts about this kind of stuff in the future.
Right.
I mean, it is amusing.
Well, it is, but
give them kudos for that.
So, but getting back to how they did it what is your assessment on how they did it? So to somebody, to a general public member, right, to a member of the general public, it wasn't necessarily very sophisticated. We don't see lasers, we don't see James Bond, we don't see Tom Cruise. We see four guys. Well, we don't see four guys. We see two guys, I think, no? Rent a forklift truck, go on the outside, break a window. It seems simple.
No, it's not so simple. It's not so simple because the theft was well prepared. They stole a truck.
Yeah.
To do the lift, yeah. And then they use also tools to break in the showcase. So they didn't come their hands in their pocket, and because in the past many thefts occurred without any sophisticated means, very easily. And so here it was not the case, because many people said that there were just delinquency, but a low delinquency. But it's not really. I don't agree with it. And you know, to manage the truck, it's not so easy. I discussed with someone who is specialized in driving, not driving, but in managing operating such engine. No, it's not so easy. So I don't know.
But these things don't seem terribly difficult. You could practice how to manipulate one of these things.
Or you do this on a daily basis.
Or you do it for a job.
Yeah. Well, yes.
One of your group is doing this as a job.
Yes, possible.
A forklift
possible.
driver.
But what is true that there were a lack of protection of above all the showcases. It's not normal that the showcases were so easily breaking.
The showcases you're speaking about.
Yes, the display case.
The display case.
The display case.
Right.
Yes.
So the display case. What was the main problem with it? It was not thick enough.
Yes,
it was very easy to open.
Yes, because in fact the showcase they have to resist to break in at least 10 minutes, something like this. And here there were breaking in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
How did they do it?
With a discus.
Discus? Okay. Yeah. I don't know what they're called in English. You know, the machine that's got a roundy thing.
Yeah.
It's you just use it to cut through walls.
Yes,
and
and
plastic pipes and stuff like that. You know, it's a machine it's a handheld machine. It's a grinder. An ankle grinder. Yeah.
And
so they use one of them,
and they can enter their hand in the showcase and
just grab the jewels
and to get the.
But they were also unarmed. I understand.
No.
They had weapons.
No weapons.
No weapons.
No weapons at all.
No.
So, you know, again, in terms of the type of crime without weapons, it's not nothing, no?
It sounds to me like the people who've done this before. So they've gone into a jewelry shop or something like that, and they've used a disqueuse or an ankle grinder just to get into. Sounds to me like they're maybe just common. You put a common thief and a forklift driver together, and you've got a Louvre heist. And someone's uncle works there in security.
You see, I think in J-Lo's world, like, this would be, you know, an idea that maybe one of his drunken friends would come up with, and we could just rock up there and let's chance it, right? As chances would.
Yeah.
I don't think this is.
Well, if your uncle works there on security, then maybe that makes it easier.
Well, that's a good point. So there were rumors that there was something to do with an inside job or information that had been evaded.
Wasn't there a security agent or something like that who's somehow related to the perpetrators?
Sorry.
Est-ce qu'il y en a un qui était, est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un parce que c'était un inside job, parce qu'il y avait quelqu'un qui était au courant?
Oh, I don't know. In fact, I don't know. I don't really know.
There were some rumors of this
yes,
in some newspapers and some things.
Yeah. And but there were surveillance agents, but their first task was to protect the people from the thieves. And nothing to add about this.
So how many people in total were involved that we know? How many people? 2, 3, 4?
I think that at the end, 4 or 5
4 or 5
were arrested.
And how many are in custody now? How many have been arrested?
I believe there's four
or 5. Yeah.
And they said it was them. They said it was.
Yes, but they don't speak a lot.
They don't speak a lot.
Yeah.
But they don't say it's not them. They say we
Yeah,
did it,
I-
and then they just.
Yes, I don't know. I'm not going on this field because I don't know really what step are the investigations. But no, you can be a bit worried about the future, the future, but what occurred and what happened, what occurred to the juror.
So in terms of your work and your career, you got into this field, and you also then joined Interpol.
Yeah.
When did you join? In
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you did there was to expand a program internationally,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
can you tell us more about your work in terms of tracking these products, these goods, these bits of art internationally, and how Interpol provides that service?
You know, the Interpol, the aim of the objective of Interpol is to make the police worldwide cooperate together. And so we organize a training. We try to sensitive yes, the police and also the cultural actors, and maybe the most important is also to manage a database,
The database,
stolen of objects, and now there is an application on your phone. You can go
iArt.
ID art, yeah.
ID art.
What is it for?
It's for tracking.
Yes.
Is it a Bitcoin? Is it a blockchain thing?
It's in fact it's very interesting because you are I don't know if you are in antiquary.
Oh, okay.
Antiquary.
Antiquities? No.
Antiquities. Antiquities.
Antiquities. You can take a picture of the object, and you can check if the object is in the
It's stolen or not?
Yes, it's stolen or not.
Yeah.
Smart.
I'll do it at home. I've inherited something from my father. I will check
Yes.
because he was a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Even your wife, if you take a picture of your wife,
I
for
will
sure.
take a picture of my wife as well.
You
see
stole
if
it from a country, I
maybe
remember.
Yeah, that's true as well.
So the app is ID art.
Yes, ID art.
And the idea behind this is that you have a database
Yes.
of important art.
Yes.
And you can track. So how does it work?
In fact, the countries, you know that 196 countries are members of Interpol, and each country can send photo pictures of the stolen object and also a description, and then we enter them in the database.
Wow.
And but unfortunately, there are not so many objects. I think there are around 60,000 objects in the database.
Okay, and that's not enough.
Is this stolen only?
It's sorry.
Only
Yes,
stolen?
Yeah, stolen.
60,000 stolen objects.
Yeah,
60,000, 60,000.
Yeah, because in fact we are very strict regarding the details of the objects, the way they are described, and also to have a picture of good quality. And it's not the case, for example, for the Carabinieri in Italy, who are less strict, and so there are in their database there are, I think, several thousand, 100,000 of objects.
And so, if you use this app, like me, I use this app,
Yeah.
I take a picture.
Yeah.
What should I do then? I have to call Interpol. You have a number, and you
Yes.
say,
yeah,
there's
yes,
a
that's
stolen.
right. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think I've never heard of it. It should be much more publicity on it. No, I mean,
Maybe.
it's
Well, maybe now, right?
Maybe you're right. Yeah, right.
I mean,
And
it's quite niche, no?
and
Yeah, but-
there was another initiative launched by an international organization which is UNESCO.
Yeah.
They launched a virtual museum of stolen works of art,
okay.
and it's very interesting. You
Sorry,
can-
let me interrupt you. So, a virtual museum of all of the stolen art.
No, not all the stolen art. I think there are around more than 200, maybe 240.
Yeah.
But it's,
Interesting ideas, I guess.
yes, it's very well.
It's a good museum now. No?
Huh?
It's a good virtual museum.
Yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I saw that there was an audition of them in front of the Parlement. I don't know. The
Yes.
questions were asked,
We've seen it.
and basically they were all saying, "Yeah, we planned to have more security on
Yeah.
the Louvre, and it never happened. Like it's for 20 years they were talking like,
Yeah.
we need more money. Now we have more money. It's coming. It never came, and so we have to wait for events like that to occur for things to really change, or
Yeah, but you know,
what's going on?
It's very often the case. We have to you have to expect an accident, a catastrophe,
Yeah.
for
people to react.
in order to react
Yeah.
and to implement security measures and so
Yeah.
on.
So is it
It's
still is it now?
no,
Are they going to do something really now, or-
no? Of course, they are going to implement security measures.
Yeah.
And, yes, of course.
Well, Stéphane's brought himself out of retirement. You know things are bad when the French start
What, sorry?
leaving their retirement.
Yeah.
You're no longer retired now. Officially, it's over.
You're back to
I
work.
am still retired.
Oh, you're still retired.
From a tax perspective,
Yes, I'm still retired.
from
yeah.
a fiscality
Yeah,
perspective.
I'm still retired, and no, they will try. They will implement security measures, of course, and they
That just
know-
means more money, doesn't it? In the end of the day.
yeah, and you know the Louvre in 2025, there were much more visitors in the museum than the previous years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But according
It's
to
not a question of money.
it's not a question of money. You sure? Because
No.
these things always are a question of money in the end of the day. I mean, it's according to ChatGPT, is more than 9 million visitors per year at the Louvre, which brings in something like 100 million euros.
Yeah.
But the total budget for the place is 300 million euros.
Yeah.
So
Per
there's
year?
Yeah.
The total budget for the Louvre is 300 million.
There's no way the Louvre is covering its costs purely from 9 million visitors. I can't believe that. It's such a vast place.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the cost of the maintenance of that,
Yes, of course.
of that place? There's no way it's maintained just by the 9 million visitors. 100 million budget. So according to ChatGPT anyway, there's a deficit of somewhere between 150 and 200 million euros. Where's that coming from?
There are also mecena. There is a
Yeah,
mecena.
funding, yeah.
Funding, and there are other sources of.
I mean, I'm sure there's people who donate, but most of this is going to come from the government, surely. So all they're going
Taxes,
to,
probably from taxes mostly, no?
yeah,
What
from
you
the
think?
government.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
wherever it
government, yeah,
comes
yeah.
from, it's the government. So it's just going to be, they're just going to ask for more money for better security. That's all that's going to happen.
But it seems like that has to happen all over France. I mean, it's a general theme at the moment. We're certainly hearing the Americans saying you've got to increase security spending across the board. But are you seeing this now as your phone is red hot? Is it happening all over France? Is the response to be we need to increase, because France is the number one tourist destination in the world, I think, still.
Yes.
Lots of museums, lots of artifacts, lots of ancient buildings. Presumably you're looking at security details now for many, many.
Yeah, but
places.
there is something difficult. Is that the cultural heritage is very various and very different, and it depends of the location of the sites. It depends of the nature of the collections. It depends who is managing the establishment, the institution. So it's very unequal. and you can't. You have to adapt the measures to the site, and so. Also the level of security is not the same regarding the institutions. Some are well protected, others are less protected. So it's a very and also the owners. There are public owners, there are private owners, there are. And we don't speak about the religious heritage,
And from your expertise, let's say the best level of security at the Louvre is 10 on the scale of 1 to 10. Where are we at the moment? Like 5 or?
Good question.
Where are we?
How would you? You're putting them on the spot here.
Yeah.
Where would you assess it? Can you say?
You saw that with the theft.
Yeah, it's very low,
but it's not very high.
Yeah.
And
but from your honest opinion,
there was a problem which was highlights by the Senate, the Commission. The Commission is that in fact there was not a security coordinator. There was a unit in charge of the surveillance of the agents, another one of the maintenance of the electronic systems. So. You need to have a holistic approach of the security strategy, and so the Louvre launched a job for this coordinator.
You can do it
to create
no. You happy retired?
I'm happy in Lyon. I'm happy in Lyon, and it's okay. My life is here.
I think in Lyon we have a big, nice museum here, right?
Yes.
In the Place Hôtel Dieu, is it the Place Hôtel Dieu? The
Musée de Place des Terreaux.
Place des Terreaux. Anyway, no one's going to nick anything from there because the paintings are so massive. Could you imagine trying to get them out? I think that place is safe.
Because the massive, you see about the frame.
The paintings.
The paintings are huge.
Are so big.
No, you can't. You have.
You'd have to get a tank in there to get them out.
No,
or at least an SUV.
You have various size of paintings. These are not. They're not only a big.
Or a nice sculpture, like bronze sculpture from Picasso.
And even they don't look very.
And even
like they're worth very much to me.
And even you have big paintings with a big size. A thief can just cut one part of the painting and to get it and to go with it.
So and that's the ransom element that you were talking about. Is that
no? But no, it's in order to create another painting with just a part of the big painting. It occurred.
Is someone going to buy that?
Really?
Someone would buy that?
Some
people
would buy someone would buy that?
Yeah. I saw.
I took a leg from.
No, okay. I have an example one example, but there are others. In a church, the Christ on the cross, and the Roman soldiers playing his tunic with lady, I don't know the word.
The dice.
Yeah. Yes, and the part of the Roman soldiers was cut. It was a big format. Was cut and just like this. And after you create another painting, which is not a religious one, easier to sell.
Oh wow. So Stéphane, if you and I were deciding that we're going to rob the museum in Lyon, how would we do that? Could we do that? Is that possible?
I will tell you after
this.
We'll tell you after.
That sounds great.
When you're Stéphane, with all the work that you've done in all the countries and with all the establishments that you've worked with, which country would you say leads the way in terms of security around cultural heritage and art? And
wow,
is there one that stands out for you?
Abu Dhabi, maybe?
No, but countries who are in a zone of conflict, it's complicated to protect. I don't know the archaeological sites or the cultural heritage. In Syria, in Ukraine.
Yeah.
and so they are very vulnerable to theft, and to yes, it's more.
And in your own words, I think Jayla touched on it before, but why is it so important in your understanding? Why is protecting cultural heritage, why has that become your life's work? Like, well, why is it very important for you?
But because for several reasons. The first one is that the art and is maybe when you see how the world turns, art is maybe the most beautiful thing that human is capable to do.
Yeah.
And so it's in philosophy there is a parallel between the beauty. The beauty is how do you say beauty?
Beauty.
Beauty, yes, of course, beauty, and le bien.
And the actual le bien, you mean the actual artifact?
No, the bien. The bien.
The good.
The good. Yeah, between beauty and good, there is a parallel.
A link, yeah.
A link, yes. And when you see, yes, I told you, when you see how the world turns, it's really pleasant and very yes, to work in this field. And also it's a part of the identity of each one, and so it's why it's very important to protect and to keep the in good conditions the cultural heritage.
Yeah, so it speaks to that national identity and pride in your national identity and your history and where you've come from and what it means.
You know, when you are in a village and when an object, a sculpture, and a painting is stolen from a church, you know, people are very not disappointed, but yes, they are very sad with the theft. And even they don't believe in God or nothing, because it makes part of their identity, and they it's a kind of affective damage.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, how embarrassing do you think this was for the president of France? How embarrassing was this incident for Macron at such a time?
Well, it's
J-Lo, I come to you on this one first.
quite a wide question. I would say to you that the particular president we're talking about has many more things to be embarrassed about.
Yeah,
than this.
it was just one more thing
This
on
is
the
just one more
embarrassing
little thing,
list.
but for him, no, this is a wanted distraction, I would say, rather than anything else.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought, honestly, for him, this probably came at a good time for him, because it was in the middle of the budget thing. So it would have been like, okay, great, some distraction of something that's not that important. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
He's from his political position, he's got nothing to do with the Louvre, as far as I can see. So
No, but like you were saying before, I mean, it's a reflection of where France is as a country, right?
it would have been more embarrassing for his interior minister than him, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think it definitely shows that we are much more vulnerable at the moment than any time in the history. For me, that's how I felt. You know, if you
That's your
can touch the heart of our culture, for me, and it looks pretty easy also from guys that doesn't look like big professional. I think it's a shame.
And do your children have an understanding of what took place? Is that something that you've discussed with them?
I think I did, because I was back from England, and so the jewel from Tower of London. So yes, I understood, but yeah, the question is why and how? How is it possible?
Yeah, but just to add that just after the theft, political the opposition tried to take advantage of this theft to attack the president, and saying that it revealed that it was France is a big mess, and because of and the theft was the proof of this of this big
was
mess.
a cherry on the cake of
yes, and but it doesn't. This speech doesn't go any longer, because if you look at other countries, they are It's also
Occurs everywhere.
such theft, of course, in England with the British Museum, for example, recently with a curator who stole, I don't remember, 2,000 objects. It was an internal theft.
But in terms of 102 million,
Yeah.
it's not a small number.
Yeah, but we don't speak about the value and of the objects. It's
much more than this.
inconsequential.
It's much more than this.
invaluable.
It's kind of immaterial, the
Yes,
value.
it's invaluable.
But when they take the stones out, that'll be worth something you can measure, no?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
How much is that? Do you know how much they're going to get from the actual
I
stones?
don't know.
Is it in the millions they're going to get?
I don't know, but less than the global object, of course.
Of course.
When you,
But certainly more if you write, used to be part of the crown jewels of France.
Which I'm sure is how they're going to be marketed when they're sold.
Will be on the
isn't it?
display, stolen in 2025.
it's not like, for example, in the museum of l'Histoire de l'Homme in Paris with the theft of a pépite, golden pépite. 6 kilos. 6 kilos. It's pure gold. So you take the object, you sell it. It's the same.
The golden nugget. Yeah. And I saw also that the trend was to steal dinosaur bones. Also, people are.
Yes, also
There is a big market on dinosaur bones.
Yes, and
Oh,
there,
that's
So people
not- yeah, that-
steal
that makes sense.
from the museum,
Yeah.
natural museum.
Yeah.
yes, and there was.
I mean, it's
They're not very well protected. And,
absolutely not. Yeah,
And
you can just grab
people
them.
will buy that,
Yeah.
I guess.
Of
And
course.
there were also a theft of rhino horns. Rhino horns.
Really?
you know.
Yeah.
yes,
Rhino. Yeah.
because for the Chinese medicine,
Yeah.
and in some museums they decided to keep to cut the horn and to replace it by a fake one.
And I think it's used for like man inability to have a boner. And I think the main consumer of this is obviously our dear friend Gillo. So he bought the full rhino corn to mix it up with his milk
Yeah,
in the
you
morning.
grind it down.
So
You make a powder out of it.
Yeah,
You put it in your cereal in the
See?
morning, and
You're
voila,
good for the day.
And you're good for the day.
No,
Please bring back
You
the-
guys should look into it.
bring back
because of sexual problems.
It's used for sexual
He
purposes.
understood.
Not,
I
not
understand.
my sexual
No,
problem.
I don't know, but
Other people's sexual
Very
Yes,
often.
certainly.
That is correct. Yeah, that's what it's about. Anyway, lovely weather we're having.
It was good. No, but on that point, well done everybody for getting down the mountain. It was very difficult to get in. Stéphane, you've written a number of books on this area.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell us about the handbooks in terms of protecting cultural heritage that you've authored?
I wrote it with on behalf of UNESCO,
Right.
and it's about securing religious heritage, and there are some very practical measures to implement, and not without any cost or very low cost, and
So it does not only happen in Catholic Church; it happens for all religion. There
Yes.
is step,
yes, of
Yeah?
course, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
but,
But
Catholic Church is the first one,
But I
number
think,
one.
yeah, in France we have above all Catholic
Yeah.
church. Yes, of course.
But I mean, what other church is going to get stuff nicked from it?
I would say too, Chinese temples.
Yeah.
where we
Yes,
can
but
still,
there's-
of course,
be
there are.
like
Islamic
or
museums.
isn't it
Yes.
Jews with a chandelier? Like, I don't know
Of
how
course.
you call it. Sorry for that.
Yes, of course.
You know, with the seven
The
candles.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
mostly made out of gold or
Yeah, in the Interpol database there are Torah, which is the Bible of the
of course.
the equivalent.
It's like an Old Testament. Yeah.
Yes.
And are there countries that have been more receptive to your expertise or to the book? Like, are there countries that are doing more?
You know, nowadays the countries are very involved in the protection of their more than before, because maybe of the globalization of the world, we spoke about the identity, and they are very they want to recover objects which are in the abroad and in the museums, foreign museums. So there is a kind of movement and to better protect their heritage.
Their heritage.
If I had a message to launch, is that in fact you can in whatever the situation and the worst situation, it's possible to raise the security level. It's not no fatalism. And just you have to the will. You have to
improve.
The will
Do
to
you
improve.
do this? Do you go to people's house and advise them on how to secure their
Yes, of
parts
course.
in people's homes?
It could be that
Can we get a
private.
list of them sometime? I know someone who lives in Saint-Didier-Mont-d'Or who has. I've never seen this before in my whole entire life. He has lasers surrounding his house.
It's possible. Yeah.
So he has this thing in his garden. He has it's a big metal black pole.
Yeah.
It's not pole. It's like this thick, like that,
Yeah.
all around his house. His house is very
Where
big.
where is it?
In Saint-Didier,
Saint-Didier ou Saint-Romain? Saint-Didier.
Saint-Didier-Mont-d'Or,
Okay.
pas Collonges,
Okay.
Saint-Didier-Mont-d'Or, and it's
Saint-Romain is worse, huh?
Saint-Romain non plus, not Saint-Romain, not Couzon, not Collonges. There is only two.
You don't speak about la Maison du Chaos.
No,
No. Okay.
this is a private person. So
So what about the cats and the birds? And does it?
hold on. So basically, this guy is quite wealthy, and he's got these poles outside his house, and I didn't know what they were. So I said to him, "What are these things?" And he says, "They are lasers." So at nighttime,
Yeah.
when everyone's in the house, they turn on the lasers. So they create a wall of lasers
Yes.
around his house, about 6 feet tall. And if anyone goes through the laser, it sets off a security alarm.
Okay.
And some people came to try and steal his art in his house or whatever in his house, and he shot at them with a shotgun.
Okay. Wow.
And he shot the car apparently, but animals also set it off.
Yeah.
So when he has animals come too close to the house, it sets it off. But I've never seen anything like that in a private house, having lasers go all the way around.
No,
You can't see the lasers.
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. Yeah.
Have you heard of such a system?
Yeah, yes, of course. Yes, of course. And just to add that, in fact, the first victims of theft are the private owners. They are not museums, not it's private owners.
Is that right?
Yeah, of course. Yes, yes.
Well,
yes.
I mean, burglary rates in France are very high.
Is that right too?
Yeah. And in the Mont d'Or, i.e. Saint-Didier and Saint-Cyr,
Yes.
we have very high rates of burglary.
Yeah.
Very high. And in fact, I looked up the stats the other day.
Ah,
And
There we go.
I think the stats are clearly massaged downwards.
not to scare the population.
Yeah, I think so. I think the stats are bullshit. The burglary rates are far higher than they're saying they are.
I mean, I don't know one neighbor close to mine that haven't been robbed.
Yeah, everyone's been robbed, right?
Everybody.
Yes.
That's scary. Even with people inside the house. I mean, they were sleeping.
Homejacking. and,
Homejacking
yes,
when
of
they were
course.
sleeping,
Yeah.
and they froze the serrure,
Yeah.
the lock,
The lock.
opened, steal what they had to steal, get out, and in the morning they realized they were stolen.
So the people were sleeping upstairs,
Yeah.
right? And they just robbed
Yeah.
everything downstairs. Yeah, I
Can
mean,
you
it's just-
imagine?
Yeah, but it's look. You know, if I was in this game of stealing stuff, I wouldn't be worried at all because the
Nothing
recovery
happened,
rates are extremely low.
Yeah.
Even the local gendarme told me it. I asked them, you know, out of all the burglaries, what's the percentage of recovery or at least solving the burglaries? Less than 1%.
You mean
Let's-
recovering
let's
the
go-
product or
let's-
finding
Less
the
than
guy?
1%.
Yes, because it's true. Because private owners, they don't have inventories, so it's the beginning of the protection of objects is to have inventory. In the museums, in the church, there are inventories, but private owners they don't have. So it's
Yeah.
impossible to. It's quasi
But we
impossible
must
to
have
recover.
inventory, otherwise you don't have insurance coverage.
That's why you
Because
should take pictures of all
you
your
have
house
to provide
first.
inventory to your
Yeah.
insurance company for them to repay you whatever's been stolen.
Yes, and sometimes they don't have anything. No
So
pictures.
insurance companies should read your little book here, because I read it whilst we were
course.
talking. And
Yeah.
the first thing you say is make an inventory. So if the insurance companies, I don't know if they're telling you to take an inventory, but when I called them up to say, by the way, chaps, I've been robbed, I'd like to get, refunded for this, this, and this. They were like, is it in your inventory? I was like, what inventory?
Yeah, of course.
And they said to me, if you're not keeping an inventory, and I said, by the way, I have cash that's been stolen.
Well, but impossible.
And they say, well,
You can say
did
whatever you
keep
want.
Did you keep the ATM ticket from when you took the cash out? I'm like, no, I didn't. Well, then you can say goodbye to that cash. What the hell's the insurance company for?
I mean, I've been robbed, and the guy was pretty okay from the insurance when he came. So he asked us for bills. And then I had a PlayStation and a TV that was stolen also. I didn't have the bill.
Yeah.
Just by showing him a picture of my house, he said, okay,
Okay.
this was here. So it was very nice.
Good thing.
But he considered it like an inventory. He said, if you take
Yeah.
pictures of everything you have,
Okay. Yeah.
it can be...
Yes.
That's what they told me
you're
afterwards
right.
as well.
So
You
just
need to
take
take
pictures of everything.
You need to take photos of everything, but you need to be able to age the photos. So they tell me.
Yeah.
I'm like, how'd you do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
But many people don't do that. Don't do
Most people don't do that. I'm guessing. And when you buy something, the first thing, you don't think I'm going to
No,
take a
of
photo
course,
of this
of
in
course.
my house to
course.
prove that I own this asset.
Of course.
So when you say 1% of the
Burglaries are solved.
yeah, but
i.e. the people
like
caught.
what, like people, the stealer I found, or the
items
object,
recovered.
the items.
Yeah. Less than 1% of items
And what
are
about the
recovered.
people that do the robbery, the stealers? What's the percentage rate of people that we found afterward, like the police in investigation? What are the chances to find the guy that did it?
Yeah,
It's very low.
In fact, it's easier to catch the
stealer?
thieves, the thieves.
The
Yeah,
stealer.
the thieves that to recover the object.
Okay. So the rate is higher for this?
You see the example with the Louvre.
Yeah.
We have
The guy, but not the-
you don't have the objects. And in fact, the goal of the objective is to recover the object.
Of course.
Yeah. It's why I repeat, prevention is essential and crucial.
According to official stats, France ranks in the upper range among Western European countries, but below Nordic and some Central European nations. So Sweden, and this is according to UNODC data, Sweden, Luxembourg, Austria, Denmark, France, Switzerland, Germany. So it could be worse.
Pretty rich country first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our country is a pass-through. So we have we have so many people who pass through our country to go somewhere else, down to Spain, back up.
Spain, and go to the
Of course.
east
A
side
lot,
of
a
Europe.
lot of the thefts committed where we live. I mean, we live right next to a main artery motorway crisscrossing France from north to south, and a lot of the thefts apparently are committed by people who are just passing through.
Yeah. They have like a mission. They stay like for 2 weeks here. They rob as many people as they can, and then they come
And then
back.
they bugger off again. And these people are quasi impossible to stop.
Yes, and when they commit a theft, they go away, they go abroad,
Yeah.
and since the object is abroad, it's very difficult to recover it because of the disparity of the legislation. Very difficult.
And what about, you mentioned Interpol, but what about Europol? How effective are they in protecting cultural heritage?
Yeah, it's easier for Europol to working on this field because the European police are more homogeneous on the same level,
Yeah.
and working with police cooperation all over the world is difficult because the level are very different between the police in South America, Africa, and it's not so. It works pretty well. European.
So Europol is a level below. It's only the European level, and Interpol is international
Yes,
level.
that's right.
Yeah, so Europol is a richer organization, and then they have a mandate that comes from the EU. Interpol is a membership organization, so there's no political, and it's apolitical, so there's no political mandate.
Okay.
No, it's clear Europol is more politically powerful, is richer, and I would say higher level, more organized, but it's a regional body working with a global body.
And it is easier for them to working on this field.
But you've also got, I mean, the other part of all of this is UNESCO would be the number one organization dealing
Also-
in this area?
No, there is ICOM, very important. ICOM, International Council of Museum,
Yeah.
very important because they many. I think that more than 130 countries belong to ICOM, and it's a reference regarding the way to manage museums
Right.
and over the cultural institutions. And inside ICOM, there are committees. 36 committees, and one of them is ICOM Security, which support ICOM regarding problems of security, and also problem fire, disasters, and what to do. And ICOM Security makes a recommendation and organized training and so on.
So how have they reacted? How has their reaction been to what happened at the Louvre from UNESCO and ICOM? And
So there was a reaction, of course, and one of them is to launch an operational initiative between ICOM and Interpol.
oh wait,
Yes, to try to improve the security of the cultural institutions, and also to fight against the illicit trafficking of cultural goods. And ICOM launched also another program with European funding, which called Prism,
Yeah.
and it's the same way to fight against the trafficking.
Yeah. So all designed to share information, best practices, latest case examples.
Yes, and to aware public about the danger, the threats regarding the cultural heritage. Yeah.
And presumably, like anything, we covered it briefly, but there needs to be more investment.
More investment. What kind of investment?
More investment in crime
money.
fighting programs, more money behind cultural heritage programs.
Yes, and also to make public more aware about the importance of protecting cultural heritage. That's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, it should maybe go into the education program at school.
Education program, absolutely, you're right. Yeah, of course.
Because my son, for example, who is 9, last year he learned all about the Louvre Museum,
Yes.
but they didn't talk about, you're right, they don't talk about the philosophical aspect of protecting these things. They just talk about
Yes, I
more in
understand.
general terms what it is,
the
what it
objective
contains.
itself. Yeah.
So he went to Paris with his mum last year,
Yeah.
and last year, 2025, and he loves Le Louvre. And he keeps talking about wanting to go back. So the school did a very good job of telling him about Le Louvre, getting him interested in Le Louvre, but they don't talk about how important it is to protect these things. But that's because that's a right-wing conversation, not a left-wing conversation in my
To conserve.
estimation of the thing. And therefore, it doesn't go into the current educational program.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that pupils and scholars went to visit museums.
Well,
and so on.
the school didn't take him. We took him.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
I mean, we're in Lyon, right? The Louvre's in Paris.
Yes,
but
yes, okay.
The school talked about it, and then he
Okay,
came home and talked
okay.
about it.
Okay.
And then his mum said, I will take you.
Because museums make a lot of many efforts to try to attract
children,
children and so on, and to also to open their collections to the public and to exhibit their collection. And it's why it's so difficult to protect the collection, because there is a kind of you understand difficulty between an equation. The equation to open the museum, to exhibit their collection, and at the same time to protect them. It's a bit contradictory.
Yeah.
And but you can. It's not because it seems to be contradictory that you can do anything. On the contrary, you can always do something.
I just looked up the stats. So how I was telling you the stats for robberies in people's homes
Right.
are probably massaged in France. In other words, they're downplayed. According to the official stats from INSEE in France, Collonges, which is where our friend Nico lives,
Yeah.
20...
Au Mont d'Or.
What?
Au Mont d'Or.
No, that's where I live. I'm talking about Collonges.
Au Mont d'Or.
Yes, Collonges au Mont d'Or. There were 23 cases of cambriolage, burglary, in 2024. And apparently in Saint-Didier-Mont d'Or, there was 37. Now, that's total bullshit, obviously, isn't it? I mean, there are...
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's unbelievable bullshit. Because in Saint-Didier-Mont d'Or, there are almost 8,000 people who live there. There are something like, 4,000 homes? Something like that?
There is 5,000 in Collonges, people living there.
Yeah, right. And so what is that? 2,000 homes, something like that? And you're telling me that only 37 homes were burgled out of...
There is a black number.
I mean, that is such bullshit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why in France we persist on promoting this nonsense.
Lying, yeah.
Why do we do this? And is it the same for our
Political
cultural
reason.
heritage? Are we also lying about how often they get...
No. I don't think. I don't think so. But sometimes we don't have the information because the people they don't.
We don't call the police or they...
Yes, they don't call the police, and
They think it's not useful.
They definitely call the police because...
or sometimes we for example in the museums or those cultural institutions, they don't realize immediately that there was a theft.
Yeah.
In the reserve, for example, and so on.
So they could call the police, but not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily get registered as
No, but if you call the police, surely they have a mandate to register that. Are you telling
Yes.
me the police doesn't
Yes,
register?
they have.
Legally, they
to.
must do.
Because in France there are specialized units dedicated to the illicit trafficking of cultural goods, and so the information, yes, raise up,
Yeah.
the
Awareness.
and raise up to these specialized
In fact,
units.
surely it's a crime not to report it.
I don't know. There is also an illicit trafficking of statistics.
Sure.
But anyway,
For
these,
political purposes.
the home burglary statistics are obviously nonsense.
Look, at the moment, France is not currently seeing a national increase in burglaries as of early 2026. Official statistics from the Ministry of Interior Service, Statistique Ministérielle de la Sécurité Intérieure, indicate stabilization or slight declines in recent years. So, despite that, are you expecting to see an increase with the current political climate, with how things are?
You mean in the cultural institutions?
In
the years to come.
Yes, in the years to come, yeah. Both privately and within the institutions. Do you think this is an uptick?
It could be because if the social, if there are social problems with many poverty.
Yeah, poverty.
Poverty. You can expect that there will more burglaries or break-in, of course. Yeah. Yes. And regarding the museum and so on, the rise of the cost of gold also is a problem.
Well, Stéphane, we'll be tracking this story and hope that we can have you back on in order to talk about when these jewels have been returned or when they've been found.
Yeah.
Or when they've not been found.
When they've not.
So we're never going to have them back on, is what you're saying?
No, we'll have them back on. Thank you very much indeed
thank
for
you.
joining the podcast. Thank you, gentlemen, for your insights, and we hope that the authorities can track these jewels and bring them back to France where they belong. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you.
You're the leader of the wolf pack with the power